But until then, we should get this boss fight going so we get the hell out of Real 20. So let's start tonight's episode of Rise of Harlock. I think it would make sense to show... Get down there. If I can get down there. Oh, see, Roll 20 is already lagging on me.
I was gonna say that doesn't look like.
I was gonna say we're home. Look it, we won.
This whole experience has been a very bad dream.
Pink. Here it is. Okay. Let me know if the music's too soft. But to recap, last episode, as you guys were traveling through the caverns, you sent Benor up ahead to scout. And then after Benor kind of disappeared into the darkness, some time went by and you couldn't find him. And with some messages sent, you had a strange cryptic message from Benor, which led to you seeing a shadowy version of Yuska guarding a large heart seeming to pulse into existence and was sucking Benor in. You guys fought the Yuska, the Tuska. We split into a Threeska. And pulling out the victory, you destroyed the heart. And since then you have not seen Benor respawn yet. But you took a long rest, crossed the river, met a strange snail that spoke of starless nights, great feasts, avatars. You found 2 rafts which you fashioned together, and then 2 people on one raft, 3 people on the other raft. You made your way into the murky water. And as you made your way into this murky water, you came upon the Grotto of Madness. So what you guys see before you, just to recap, you're outside of range of the Kikamore Queen right now. She has not noticed your presence. But rising out of the water is a rocky island. And from your vantage point, the water depth varies from about 30 to 40 feet in this unlit cavern. So you're pure dark vision. Slime covers the walls and the floors of this cavern and the island, where the horrific insect-like creature, the Kikamore Queen, almost 20 feet in height, sits on the island. You can see the aura of spores and pheromones that float around her, which is the yellow aura around her body. They're so dense and packed that they're easily visible. And then you saw in a grotesque fashion she hissed and birthed a Kikamore warrior that slid outward, covered in sludge and slime into the water. So you're just on the outskirt. Remember, it takes one person in action to use the boat, to push the boat to move the movement speed. Or you can let it float, or you can swim. But you always need someone to use the large poles to basically push your vessel through the water to move, if you want to move at the vessel speed of 40 feet.
Question: if we don't use the vessel, do we have to do any rolls for staying above water for deciding to swim? If we're wearing medium, light, or no armor?
Nope. So all that happens if you go in the water, you swim fine, but you move half speed. And if you try to attack something that's underwater, like if the Kikamore warrior is fully underwater, you have disadvantage on the attack. But if its head's like popping above the water, you can see it and easily hit it. The biggest factor of this is you guys move at half speed unless you have swim speed or some sort of like swimming spells. So Ghosty Ones, you're on the edge of the Grotto of Madness. Kikamore Queen just birthed the warrior into the waters. What would you all like to do?
Are we moving in to attack or?
If we were able to do a short rest first so I can get my spell back, I think that would be a huge benefit for us.
I also think that we should try and attack from 2 sides.
I'm not sure about that, because last time when we attacked from 2 sides, we almost got wiped from 2 and 3ska. I feel like we might need to be next to each other to protect each other.
I wonder what happened if we... What's your range on Eldritch Blast?
120. I could probably attack from where I'm standing.
If we
right now.
blast there and then push back to dry land. If she would follow.
Yeah, I mean, if the smaller ones can burrow, no doubt she can too. And then we'd be in a very, very tight. If she has any AoE attacks, if we were in any caverns, she would probably destroy us.
Well, I mean, we're going to be on a small island either way.
You will be. I'll be 120 feet back.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
I feel
like
like
that
if we attacked her now, like we'd probably get swarmed by all the Kikamar. But there's no telling, like she might just be able to keep birthing them as quickly as we can fight them. So if we engage her, I mean, we might just have to fight. And
Yeah, she might not.
pulling her off that island is probably not an option.
She might not even leave the island. Yeah, she might be able to make them as fast as we can kill them, and we'll die of attrition.
Don't worry, guys. I got a plan. So, my plan is, you guys are gonna distract her, and I'm gonna go around behind her, and I'm gonna use my rope to tie up her poop chute. I don't know what
I
else
like
to call
it. I like it. Keep going.
How strong are you? Are you going to be able to tie up an entire large and/or gigantic creature's poop chute without failure?
How tall? How tall is the like the ceiling?
Oh, the ceiling here, it's so it goes about from where you guys are now, you're about 30 feet, and it goes upwards and upwards to almost about 55 to 60, right above the island. And then it goes down on the other side of the island, back down to 30. So it's like a cone.
So here's a thing I could potentially do. I don't know if it would work. I have erupting earth. Try to blow the top like where she is and try to collapse that on top of her. I don't know if that would help buy us some time or that would, I don't know.
We could do
I
that.
feel like
I
you do a hell of a
also
lot of damage.
I have the spell locate object. If we can get an object on the Kikamor Queen, and if we do assume that she would follow us out, if we, backtracked, she burrows, then I would be able to tell which direction she was in. And Hunter's Mark would help with that too, but
I mean, if we were to do that, yeah, if you were to like have an arrow with like a unique item or any item tied to it, assuming it doesn't fall off. I think we might have to fight her in the arena though.
yeah.
Well, if we do what Yusuke was saying, where it collapses the ceiling on her, it might give us A, it'll probably do a lot of damage, and B, it might give us enough time to get really close to her before she can really do anything.
Well, what I would like to do is I would like to make a Tensor's floating disc, and then I would like to have maybe like Eek on it, and then if we get the ability to do a short rest, so I can get both my spells, I could Misty Step 30 feet into the air, like in the middle of the arena, so the disc would follow me up, and then I'd land on it, and we'd both be sitting 30 feet into the air with range attacks. So Eek and I won't be able to get hit.
You would just make a disc in the air that won't move.
I would need to double check if it lowers. That I'm not too sure about.
I
Because it might.
Awesome.
I haven't used the ability in a bit. It might come back down is my only worry.
I would save that for something.
But I think
Of course,
it remains always 20 feet from you, so even though you Misty Step, will you be able to land on it?
It would move. Well, if I Misty Step when I'm already on it.
Oh.
Is what my idea was.
But it's always 20 feet away from you.
Well, I don't think it's in the sense of like I'm a magnet where it will push 20 feet away. I think the way I interpreted it at least is if you're more than 20 feet, it moves towards you.
Okay.
But that's up to discretion with everybody.
I think the question is, are we going to take a long rest or not?
Up to you guys. I just need like a short rest, which I think is like 10 minutes, and then I get my spell back.
I mean, if
Okay,
it's short,
doing a
it's only
short
10
rest.
minutes, you might as well do a short rest.
Oh, that.
kind of
Yeah,
reading
'cause
that.
they
I
didn't-
don't think it can go more than 10 feet. Oh,
Yeah, I think it sticks. I think it would probably end up sticking just above the surface of the water. So at the very
Yeah.
least, we wouldn't have to worry about anything attacking us from below.
so really it'd be 3 feet above the water is the best you can do.
Yeah.
Short rest. Bruce, how long would a short rest be? 10 minutes? 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm not Misty Stepping, I don't technically need that extra spell slot.
Well,
I mean, I still only have one spell for the combat, but
if the people that need to do a short rest do a short rest, and the other people that don't need it are on watch, they could scout for us while the other people are resting, so that we always know kind of what's happening.
I mean,
Pretty sure it's just Lucan that needs a rest. Everybody else should have all their spells. Because
Well,
we did a long rest.
I didn't.
before
I
this.
didn't benefit from the long rest because I'm insane.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
I used my dice though. I think I'm only just missing, what is it? 7 health. Oh, yes. Yes.
If you short
is
rest
a
too,
lot.
you can't concentrate while you short rest. You have to concentrate to hold the disc. If that's what you're thinking, to have the disc go.
no. I would do the short rest before we fight. And then when we're done resting, I'd probably make the disc, and then I'd have the disc follow us, and then I would climb on top of it. So during the fight, I'd just be on a flat surface 3 feet above the water. Because the
Yeah.
way this is worded, I can't bring it above 3 feet off the water surface.
Well, I think if no one's opposed, we might as well just do the short rest, have other people scout. And after the 30 minutes, Lucan will spend 10 minutes doing his ritual casting, and then we're fighting.
I mean, we really can't scout anywhere. We're on the water.
Yeah.
so
Is
I mean,
it-
the
is
rest of
that
us can just
water-
make.
I thought that water was walkable. Like, it's only like 3 feet deep.
Where you guys are?
30.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 30 feet deep.
30 feet.
Yeah, the whole reason I want to use the disc is I don't want to have something grab me from underneath and pull me under. Because they'll be, mind you, a 1 inch thick, but a disc nonetheless. So they'd have to climb on top instead of just dragging me.
You want to rest? Assuming you want to go backwards, so move your tokens back. Unless you want to rest on the raft, in the middle of the waterway here.
I think I'd feel more comfortable resting on land.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you see the Kickamore Queen, you see her birth, the warrior. And then as you move away, back to dry land, pushing off with your rafts, stepping out of the stank, slimy water, you're back on land. You want to keep your raft out in the middle there, Silas and Sylvia?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll keep watch.
Which one of you two is the rafter, like the one with the stick that steers and pushes? Uses
I
their
think
action.
they both have a raft.
Well, there's only 2 rafts, so you got Lucan and Eek used one to get back to water, to the land. But one person on each raft has to be designated like the mover with your action.
It doesn't matter to me. Do you? I mean, Silas has more strength, so it might work better for him.
Okay.
No,
I
I
pushed
can't
it.
really. I don't really have much for a ranged attack, and you're a little better at that than I am. So
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, he'll be the pusher then.
All right. So you two are just kind of floating in the raft here. About
Before we start this too, when we get that far, I have 2 spells I want to get on your boat in particular, Silas. Yeah.
after a little bit of time passes, about halfway through your rest, Silas and Sylvia, you see the Kickmore Queen shudder, and then and another Kickmore warrior is birthed from her sack. Falls into the water.
Where did the other one go?
It went underwater as you guys were moving back for your rest, and since then it hasn't re-emerged or moved anywhere. It's kind of fell in the water, floated for a bit, and then just sunk. This is another, after about 10-15 minutes have passed, another one slowly slides out of the insect's birthing canal and is now floating in the water. It's very StarCrafty, just bulbous and then
That's an awful sound.
This one also floats for a couple minutes in the water, and then you see it slowly sink underwater. Right before the end of the long or your short rest, at the 25-minute mark, again, you see another Kickmore birthed from the canal, slide into the slimy waters around you, and right now it's just floating there.
So how long are the intervals between them? Sorry.
Silas and Sylvia, you put it about maybe 12 to 15, somewhere in there, minutes per.
That's a lot.
Upon confirmation of the short rest, I'll use a hit die.
Okay.
In an 8-hour workday, that's 32 Kikamore warriors she makes in a day.
I don't think it's.
That's if she only does it for 8 hours.
I don't think it's limited.
I think you're assuming too much. I don't think she gets a time off.
Well, she gotta sleep, no?
You haven't studied when she's sleeping. She might birth them while she's sleeping.
I mean, yeah, true, maybe.
Anyway, let's go kill a queen.
In that case, she makes 96 a day.
Nice.
It's a good hit dice roll. So
Let's hope we don't have to fight 96.
who
I kind
was,
of wonder if Yusuke uses his send, and if she would understand, like, watch behind you and turns around when we pop out.
Are you going to be on your disc?
I will be when we get into the cave. Because if I'm on it, it won't follow me.
Oh, that makes sense.
So is Yusuke, are you the rafter for the second raft, or is it Lucan right now? Eek's floating on the disc?
I'll assume that I'm the rafter.
Okay. So Yusuke, Lucan on your raft, the tensor floating disc floating behind with Eek sitting on it, Echo on Lucan's shoulder. You push back into the slime and sludge, come up next to Silas and Sylvia, who are quiet, motionless, just watching the queen.
No.
Are we ready to do this?
Oh, also, I'm going to keep Echo on the other raft.
As ready as I'll ever be.
So is this as far as we can get into through the tunnel before she can really see us?
Maybe.
So when we get back alongside Silas and Sylvia's raft, I'll gently hop over. I'll tap both of them as protection from poison.
Okay. So you have advantage on saving throws against poison and resistance to all the damage.
Sweet.
Assuming that they'll be the ones like on top.
Okay.
Just in case you get dunked.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's if you choose to use the raft. You don't have to, but There's lots of ways to go about this.
Yeah.
I mean, at the very least, we might want to use the rafts to enter the combat. That way, we're as close as possible without being in her aura.
I mean, I can get like right outside of there.
Yeah, because if we go by swimming, I'm sure heavy armor will probably be an issue for you for swimming,
Yep.
and they might attack us from under the water.
So really, if I go here, I'm only, what, 13 feet from land, technically? If I want to hit this little corner here. Roughly, give or
It'd be
take.
close enough with half move.
The aura around here looks like it's part of her being too. So you assume that when she moves, the aura kind
Yeah,
of
aura moves.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just want to kind of bust out.
So am I gonna
Let's do it.
attempt to drop the ceiling on her?
Oh yeah, I feel like we should do that.
Yeah, can we simultaneously have him cast that and then, like, myself and Sylvia boat
If
out?
we're gonna do that when we're coming in, because I'm manning the raft, Lucan's gonna have to take over for me.
So the minute one of you does something to catch her attention, you lose your surprise round. But until, like, you can get as close as you can to her without alerting her, and you guys all have a surprise round. But if you, like, say some of you want to move in, some of you want to cast, you want to make sure you do the casting stuff first, because once you guys move into her cavern, she'll see you, and then you guys would lose your surprise.
How far do you think I could get if I just swam underwater the entire time to go around?
I hope you
Depends on
don't.
how
I'm
many
stealthy.
warriors can see you underwater.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
It's like shark infested.
Yeah.
She's dropping the Browns off at the Super Bowl in there.
So you're saying if I move in my 40 now, technically that's our surprise round, and then we get to move again on initiative?
No, so if you move in now, as soon as you get to a point where she can see you, everyone rolls initiative, including her. And then it's on.
So rock, ceiling fall, and then as that's being cast / afterwards, we'll use our actions to move the boats. So we'll have some damage on her already by the time this fight starts.
Yeah, and maybe it'll stun her for a round where we get like I don't know.
And you said the ceiling's about 50 feet above her, correct?
Yep, so like on one corner here,
30 feet above her.
you put about 50, and then right above her it's about 60, and it slopes up kind of like in a pillar, a pyramid.
So if we can move in, yeah. Well, I mean, if we can move in like 10 feet at least, just a little bit closer, then I'm in range. Because I need 120 feet to drop the ceiling.
Yeah, she's 20 feet high, so 40 feet from her head to the ceiling.
She's about 70 from me.
Yeah. So do we want to try moving into, like, having me move in here?
Yeah,
might as well.
so there's still plenty of cover. It'd still be very hard to see you. Well, see us. And then I'm in range of the ceiling.
Well, we'll give it a shot and see what happens.
If that's what you guys want to do, I'll do it.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So Silas, you slowly push the raft a little bit deeper into this cavern. When you get to there, she doesn't seem to react to your presence.
Ikinik's so far away.
Alright.
I'll motion as if I'm going to put my hand on Silas's shoulder.
Oh god.
I've never done this before. We'll see if it works. So I'll go through some motions and I'll throw my hands like in front of me like I'm gonna try to collapse the ceiling.
Okay.
So if he does that, so there's no way that, like, I can move at the same time he's casting it?
You can try to.
What do you think, Sylvia?
Yeah. Well, we should try at least. Even if we get an extra 10 feet before she realizes that that's happening. That's 10 feet closer that we don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
Roll initiative 2.
Ugh.
Oh no.
And the intent is to try to blow, like, collapse as much of the ceiling above her as possible. So whatever falls on, or whatever can fall and hit her will.
How dare you go before me?
At least two of us got over 10.
I have
well, there's one for the round, or well, the encounter.
You want a closer look at the queen? All right.
Spooky.
The roll 20 combat already broke. Hold on, I'm resetting it.
At least next week you won't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
I have to keep 2 tabs of one to just reset combat every like 3 rounds. Alright, so this is as comfortable as you feel getting before doing your stuff. So surprise round. This is as close as you feel you can get without alerting her. So what will happen is surprise is a condition. So when we go through each person, they have a chance to do something on their turn without the queen reacting, and then at the top of the round, it's the full round, then she sees it. Does that make sense? So this is as close as you felt you could get without alerting her, which gives you guys a surprise round. So Eek.
Yes.
You're up first in the surprise round?
I'm holding my turn. I can do that, right? I think I read somewhere in a player's handbook somewhere that I could hold my turn.
You want to hold your action?
Is it just my action?
Yeah.
Please. Okay, how far is Sandra's mark? Let's say 120 feet. 90 feet. I'm farther than 90?
I don't think you can even see her.
Yeah, I'm tiny as shit.
Yeah.
You can ready your action where as soon as you can see her, you lob an arrow.
I know.
Oh, are you on the disc? Is that why
Yeah.
you're so far back?
Yeah.
She's floating.
I'm like, you can be on the boat if you want. Oh,
No.
never mind.
Well, that's all I would do for my bonus action.
You can hold your bonus action or action to cast Hunter's Mark if that's what you want to do on your turn.
Okay.
She moves.
Nah. I'm going to hold my action until I get closer, until Lucan initiates his Misty Step and I float safely into the air. Then I will shoot the Kikamore Queen.
Okay. More queen does not know you're there. Lucan.
Alright, so I'm going to use my action to move our boat. Hopefully this doesn't backfire. So we're going to be over here in the middle of the depths.
Oh Lord, we coming.
So as soon as she pops out, she can shoot, right?
Yeah.
Did you Misty Step? Was that your Misty Step?
I was going to use my
we
bonus
boated.
action. My Misty Step would be to...
Oh.
Is my bonus
Okay.
action. I was about to do that, yeah. Where I'd join
Yeah,
you on
okay.
the disc.
So you actioned move the raft in so you can take your shots.
I'm gonna wait till Lucan Misty Steps. That was my original intent.
I Misty Step and you're like between my legs because the disc doesn't really
Okay.
hold two people easily.
It's only 3 feet wide.
She could lay down and be comfortable.
So make your
Oh
shots.
wait, Misty Step. Yeah. Okay, Kikamore Queen. Is she a monstrosity?
Kikamore Queen is, yes, a monstrosity.
Great. +2 damage. And a shoot.
Nice.
I
hits.
don't think it added. Oh, it did. Okay. And then the second one.
Crit.
Oh.
Nice.
Hey.
Nice.
+0. Oh yeah, that. Well, is it +2
Yeah, it's +2. Because it's your monstrosity.
You got Colossus Slayer yet too.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck yeah!
Yeah, get on your
First
second one.
That's good. That's good.
So Class Slayer 8 because of the crit. So both of your arrows strike the Kikamore Queen as she is just kind of minding her own business, getting ready to birth. Both arrows connect, and when they connect, they don't look like they did as much damage as you would have liked.
Knew you were gonna say that.
But they still hit, they still struck, One of them hit the Kickmore Queen in the side, and she rears, and the second one hits her in her large birthing sac. And as it hits, it lets out this as it this like acidic shoots out of the side of it.
No, I don't like acid coming out of holes. I have bad memories.
Kickmore Warrior surprised. Sylvia and Silas is on the boat.
Well, you might as well shoot it.
Yeah, I guess I could. If I waited to use my action until Silas moved the boat closer, could I use my action to dive into the water, underwater?
I'm gonna be right next to land on her action.
Okay, if you want to, yeah. If you want to make what you do, hold it just to jump in when he gets up.
Oh, you can get to the land. Yeah, I'm still gonna go into. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Once he moves, I'm gonna dive into the water.
Okay.
Underwater.
Silas, you're up.
Alright, well. We'll do that. Move to there.
Alright, so Silas, you've pushed through. Walking into the pheromones, it's almost choking for you. They're so dense and so thick. It's like when you walk through like a big bed of pollen in the summer. It's hard to breathe for a second. Sylvia, right when it gets to the edge of the aura, jump and dive into the water.
I forgot you guys were going into the aura, so I think you guys just killed Echo.
Oh,
Just instantly dies.
that's so sad.
How far down do you want to? How far down do you want to swim, or do you want to just like put your head under?
Can I do this like as far as my movement?
Yeah.
I'll go down 10 feet.
So something sticks out to you as you dive underwater. There's this large cave on the very edge underwater, about 10 feet, that has this wide mouth. You don't see anything in the cave of note, but it is a notable area that you see. And then across on the other side, the only Kickmore warrior that you can see right now is the one that's half floating above the shore. So the only thing in the area right now is just the queen and one warrior.
Cool.
The aura doesn't do any damage to you right now, as you both went into it, and Echo, while his senses are like on fire, right now it seems okay. So that was your action, Silas.
Well,
Yuska,
I guess
you doing the earth?
I guess me asking about maximum range is kind of moot now. I'm attempting to drop the seal. I already cast the spell.
Okay, so above her, the ceiling above her starts to crack, and the 20-foot cube above her, large shards start to fall down from the ceiling. She has a very poor dexterity.
It's a good fail.
If it's against my DC, that's a fail.
So this isn't damage from your earth. This is the damage falling from the ceiling above her.
Yeah, the damage would have been to the ceiling.
So 40 feet of rocks. Roll 8d6.
8d6.
So 2 large chunks of earth above her fall and smash into her.
Oh, wands! Ghosty wands are back.
I should have just cast it on her.
The bows are back again.
So above her, sunlight now is streaming from the top of this cavern down on top of her, and you can see bits of the brim-eye timber above it.
Wow.
Just a little bit of the forest. Just above it. A couple birds are terrified and skitter past, and you see a couple deer rush off into the distance, but it did do damage to her.
Is the light shining on her?
Yeah.
She reacted all to it.
But she looks extremely pissed.
That would have been so much damage if I had rolled above a 3 on anything.
86 is a lot.
Yeah, it's 15.
Top of the round, the Kikamore Queen has
Alright.
let out this loud screech. The Kikamore Warrior are now both looking. John Cena is up.
It was so good. Okay. How far are you up in the air, Lucan?
3 feet. 3 feet. It doesn't
3.
go above the area.
It doesn't go above, yeah. It only hovers.
It's so that they don't grab us from underneath.
Okay, no, that's cool. But yeah, I'm gonna shoot 2 more arrows, but bonus action Hunter's Mark the Queen first.
Okay.
And then I will do a short bow. Oh no!
14 misses.
Let's go. And then I'll do my other attack.
18 misses. Both arrows go wide.
Sad.
18 misses. Oh, I'm so screwed. I'm not hitting this thing.
And that's my turn.
The Kikamore Queen lurches forward. As she lurches forward, Sylvia, you're underwater, so you're safe from the ore, but Yuska, the ore, moves with the Kikamore Queen, choking you with the pheromones. She's going to attempt to bite Silas. 15?
Nope.
Nice.
As she bites and misses. Since she's moved, her birthing sac has detached and now sits on the island. And where her birthing sac was, this large scorpion stinger has emerged from the sac. And her large stinger is going to try to sting you.
Wow.
24.
That does hit.
Your con save for the poison. You have advantage on your save from Yuska's cast.
Well,
And
our
resistance.
plan is out the window now.
So you take 8 piercing minus your heavy armor, and then you take half of that poison. So you take 6 poison.
So take 11 total.
And Lucan's up.
All right. As a bonus action, I'm going to Healing Light Silas.
Nice.
It's good, you.
And then I'm going to shoot a good old Eldritch Blast twice into the Queen.
Eldritch Blast. The first one hits, the second one misses.
Oh.
5 force damage slams into the Kikamore Queen. Did you heal for 9? Cool.
Yeah.
The Kikamore warrior screeches and sees the closest person to his mother. Goes towards Silas with a bite. It's a miss.
Nope.
Top of the round, Sylvia, you're underwater.
So I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash.
Okay.
That'll get me there. It's 20 feet, then 10 feet to get above water.
Okay.
Her stinger thing, is it kind of like actual scorpion, like it kind of like wraps around her whole body kind of thing? Or?
Yeah, like sticks way back and reaches up and then goes over her head, down.
Okay. Am I close enough to the back of her where I could try and hack off her stinger?
You try.
Okay. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Don't mind the sneak damage.
You get sneak because Silas
You get
is next
sneak
to her.
because I'm there.
Oh yeah, you were there. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So 24 hits and 14 damage. You smash, take your short sword, and you put a large slice into her stinger, and it quivers a bit. Your short sword's
do that.
magical, right?
No.
Nope. Okay. So it does half of that. So you chop down hard. Silas, at the top of your round, because you started your turn within the pheromones, whereas Sylvia was underwater, not starting inside it, you need to make a DC 15 Wisdom save.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
The pheromones are taking over your mind. Roll a d3. 1d3.
Wow.
You are charmed by the Kikamar Queen until the start of your next turn. The Kikamar Queen wants you to attack the closest ally to you.
Echo.
Echo.
Technically Echo?
No.
Loading.
So make your full attack action at Echo.
Half of Echo's deaths have been the party.
No, Echo.
Of course I crit.
Wow.
You see Silas,
Wow.
this glaze come over his eyes, and he turns, and Echo sitting on the raft, he just his cars her in half, and she explodes. That's your turn, dude.
That's fantastic.
Yusuke,
Yeah, I have a feel I'm gonna fail every single one of those.
Yusuke, you started your turn in the pheromones. Roll a wisdom save. 16 success. You are safe.
Alright, I will take a 5-foot step back on the raft, where Lucan originally was and had removed the orc. And... -10. Yes, no, it's a cube. I am going to. Oh, this is a difficult decision. Yeah, I'm gonna use. I'll start with Moonbeam.
Okay.
So just at level 2. That's my last second level spell. I'll drop it on the Queen and the Warrior.
You got it.
And then for my bonus action... Yeah, I think that's good. I will hold... Oh no, I can't do... Yeah, for my bonus action, Can I hold a bonus action?
No. You can only hold
I
actions.
won't do anything.
Top of the round.
John Cena. Okay. I'm gonna shoot 2 more arrows.
Okay. Pew pew.
Let me just repeat myself like a warlock.
26 hits.
That didn't include any of the
Nope.
damage.
Nope.
I don't know why it's clicked. Add a +2, and then Hunter's Mark is a d6.
I just want to point out that was a 1 on the damage roll, a 1 on the Colossus Slayer roll.
Yep, Ghosty ones are back.
Yeah.
This is actually insane.
Oh, woo!
That's 13 damage total.
Oh, one more time. I don't know why it's not adding any of it. The boxes are clicked. And then a +2.
18. Okay. So both arrows connect. They both stick and do damage, but they just don't do as much damage as you'd hoped.
For my bonus action, that's not a bonus action, I'm going to yell out, "Silas, what are you doing?" And then that's it.
You can't even complain. You were the last one to kill her.
I just asked a question. That's all I did.
So Silas is still charmed by the Kikamore Queen till the start of his turn. So the Queen's going to attack Sylvia with a bite.
That
You
doesn't
have to
hit.
roll a con save against the moonbeam.
Yeah, I got you. And the sting.
That does hit though.
Make a con save. I rolled a 20 on the moonbeam.
That's just like sharp old 7.
I'm gonna use my. Holy crap! That's a lot of damage.
So you're taking
You have
10 from the
resistance,
poison.
too.
Yeah.
Don't forget about that.
Yeah, you're taking 10
I'm
from the
gonna
poison
use-
from resistance. So you're at 22 right now. 22 damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
That is why I cast protection from poison on the two of you.
She's terrible at charisma. Oh, she passed.
Oh,
So not half a 9. So she bites down. You dodge away out of the bite, but her stinger catches you on the side. And as the sting sticks you and you feel your body reject some of the poison from the spell, your heart erupts. Hits her for the queen with a little bit of fire damage. Yeah, the half got you. And it goes to Lucan.
To start it off, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the queen.
No way.
You know what? I can only do
Damn.
so much.
Crit.
And crit fail.
Crit fail.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to healing light Sylvia.
Okay.
You guys gotta stop getting hurt. I'm burning out of healing very fast.
You can heal me from that far away.
60 feet, my friend.
Fair.
Here's your whole 7 HP back.
Every bit
Again, a
counts.
critical and a critical again.
15 ones!
And the fight only just started.
Wow.
Con save for the warrior and the beam.
it takes 1.
Oh my god.
So
This
Silas is
brutal.
still charmed. So the warrior's gonna move up to Yuska. He's gonna bite Yuska.
Ouch.
22 hits you.
Yeah, that it does.
13 con. So for these guys, the poison's automatic. It's the virulent venom that you're trying to beat, which you did. You take 27, 11 pierce, 16 poison. At the end of the warrior's turn, the queen is going to use legendary action, aggressive movement.
And second con save.
Gotcha. So the queen moves at half speed with, and you can make a swing at her. Your attack's just at disadvantage if you want to make it.
I already used my reaction.
Oh, you're right. Yep.
Does it take moonbeam damage again since it's moving?
No.
That's
No,
still
it's
in
only
the
once.
damage.
No.
Hey, I got everybody.
Oh no.
Top of the round is Sylvia. Sylvia, make a wisdom save. As you've started your turn in the aura.
You said it's a pheromone aura, right?
Yep.
Does me not needing to like
Breathe.
breathe affect that at all?
That's actually a good point. Yeah, so you're not affected by it.
Alright, cool. I use because Silas is still charmed, do I get sneak bonus?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action to put away my short sword and take out my sharp bow and attack with that.
Oh,
Not that it hits.
so the arrow flies and hits her carapace and bounces off.
I'm just gonna move back and then my turn.
Okay. So it's top of the round, Silas. Your charm falls off, and luckily, because you started your turn charmed, you are not affected this round.
Well, we're gonna do what Silas does.
First one
Wow.
misses, but the second two hit. 16 slashing damage.
And then we'll action surge.
First one hits for 9, second one misses, third one hits for 7. Looking good.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
At least one of us can hit, not roll as anyone.
Yiska,
Land.
pheromones.
So, action. From in front of me.
Make
angle...
a wisdom save first.
Right. Before I do anything.
Success. You're good. You're a wise one.
Alright. It's the only thing I'm good at. From where I'm standing in front of, so I guess at the front of the raft, like angled outward, so I'm not gonna hit Silence. I'm gonna hit Kikamore Warrior and the Queen with
Tsunami!
Nice.
Tidal.
Little tidal wave action.
Nice, 24.
Queen with 18, Warrior with a 15.
They
To
both
take
fail.
half.
And they are not knocked prone. So.
He had knocked prone in water, get flipped upside down.
This tidal wave of bile and sludge just slams into the 2 Kikamores.
And then bonus action, I'm gonna burn half of my bombs to heal myself.
Got it.
Or probably 6 because I'll roll once. No, that's actually
No,
that's
Yeah.
literally average. Okay, I'll take it. uh,
Top of the round, you are in the
Alright.
in the aura.
We
Don't attack me.
Say
Make a wisdom save. 21's a success. It smells awful, but you're able to fight off the pheromones.
okay. Do you guys want me to help with some healing?
no, burn something down.
My half damage.
I'm gonna be healing Yuska.
Okay. Then I will continue to do what I have been doing. I shoot. I don't know why.
24 hits.
You're the only one who can consistently hit anyway, so.
Ooh.
Yeah, really.
It's a good roll.
Then a +2,
So 20.
and then one more time.
$25 hits.
And then a +2.
Nice. 12, 14, 19. Got it. For good damage. 2 more arrows come flying off the tensor's floating disc, slamming into the queen. With
In
those
2
2 arrows,
rounds.
she looks a little hurt now.
I imagine the Kikamore Queen has like a lot of arrows sticking out of her, but like really short arrows because Eek is small. But in 2 rounds, I've done like 70 damage with its hand. So annoying. That's it.
We need to spend all this gold, little buddy, and get you some magical weapons.
What is that?
The queen's gonna attempt to bite Silas
No,
and then sting Silas.
no.
So the bite comes down, you dodge out of the way, then the stinger comes crashing into the raft. It's a little bit of the raft splintering it, but you're able to hold in place. Lucan, wisdom save. Oh,
I'm gonna use my proud ambition to get advantage on that.
you got it.
Yeah,
Alright.
where's all of our inspirations tonight?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use my action to saving grace. To there. So then I heal Yusuke for 22. And then the Kikamore Warrior and Queen make a strength saving throw or be pushed back 10 feet away from me.
Boy with a 17. Box cutter.
Gotta beat a 15.
And the queen.
Cool. And then, as my bonus action, not you're too far away. So I'm going to, as my movement, swim. So I only get to move 3 squares.
Okay. And your dragon eke with you.
You know it.
I'm holding on.
Box cutter dropping inspiration bombs.
He told
And then-
me he got bits for today's session.
And then bonus action, Sylvia, if she's within.
Thank you,
Healer.
Box Cutterfly.
So you got Yuska, you got Silas. Got it. Oh, and you got Lucan.
Ooh,
Oh,
7 more.
thanks.
Dropping 3 inspirations for the group. Toss him some love in chat.
So Sylvia, you heal 7,
Yep. Thank you.
and that's my turn.
Cool. Kickball Warrior is gonna do what he does. He's gonna bite Yuska. 22.
That's all the IAs I got.
So the Kickball Warrior bites Yuska with a 22 for 27 damage. Make a con save. Nice.
Nice.
At the end of the round, the Kikamore Queen is going to use a legendary action to absorb Young. And she's going to eat the warrior.
Who saw that coming? No one saw that coming.
Regaining health back.
On the queen's turn, she takes moonbeam damage. But she's still...
Good call. Forgot
I
to
also
do that.
maintain it.
Con save
Right.
13.
That's a fail for 10.
Got it. Goes to Sylvia. So the
Gonna
Kickmore Queen
shoot
ate the
for
young, and
short
you got it. 16 misses.
Well, that's all I'm gonna do.
Top of the round, Silas, you have to make a wisdom save. And you success.
Yeah, we'll just.
The first and the third connect.
Ah,
Slash it into the giant bug for 13 damage. You on your raft, she's floating in the waters. Yuska, wisdom save. Success?
aren't the whales of the Revenant King magic damage?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So, the island, is it like a straight slope down? Or does it like slope outwards, I guess?
Kind of slopes inward. So the shores are right on the edge, like on the banks. So there's no climbing up. Then just kind of slopes up just a little bit.
Okay, so she's still like kind of connected with the land.
She's pretty much full in the water, floating on the top.
Yeah, but there's still like earth underneath her, like the
Yeah, she's all the way in the water.
so erupting earth. Yeah, okay. Same thing.
Tidal wave, okay.
Gonna blast with the tidal wave.
DC 15, which she sucks at. 21 bludgeoning.
Ah,
Nice, that's some good damage.
yeah, it is.
And with that, I'm gonna burn the last of my bombs.
What?
What? Oh, you see my initiative roll?
Yeah.
Initiative roll.
Top of the round, Eek, you can see a Kickmore Warrior has is swimming into the cavern from the northwestern
Oh no.
corner. And you are in the pheromones. Make a wisdom save.
Oh. Oh.
Roll a
Eek
d3.
Okay.
3. You have rolled a pacified.
Sounds about right.
So
I
the
just wanna say
pacified
my
is you are charmed and you're incapacitated. However, this one is not like the one Silas had. You are charmed until you wake up. And at the end of your turn, you can. At the end of each of your turns, now you roll a wisdom save to try to wake up.
Can I lay down?
So you just lay down on the disc, watching
As
what's
big
going
as
on.
me.
The queen's gonna bite Silas, and she's gonna sting Silas.
That one does hit.
You're also gonna roll a con save.
Yep.
I keep not saying it because she's so fucking fat. 17 on a con. You take half of that poison too, Silas. So 14
Yeah, so
pierce,
stay-
5 poison.
So take 5 and 11, so take 16.
And moonbeam damage. Got it. So she's fighting in the beam, just taking the beam, and she tries to bite and swallow Silas and misses, and her stinger connects you on the side. Looking in the pheromones. A wisdom save. Success.
All right. Bonus action, healing light on Silas.
Six points of heal.
Eek and Eek napping follows me, and then I'm gonna Eldritch Blast.
This is great.
2 Eldritch Blasts go through the waters, but both miss. Before you go, Sylvia, Kigamore Queen's going to use legendary action to aggressive movement to there.
I'm going to use. I'm gonna attack the Kikamore Queen, shooting an arrow at it.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my advantage, and also use a cruelty die.
Nice. Got it. The gods will your bow for success. For 9, 18. And you have a magical short bow.
Yes, I do.
Nice.
Then I'm just gonna move here and end my turn.
You got it. Silas, wisdom save. Success.
Okay, we will. Do that.
First one misses, second one hits.
I'll use the inspiration.
To hit on the first one.
Yeah.
For
And
17.
then I will second wind myself.
Okay. Da 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 da. It's a good heal.
And that'll be my turn.
So Kikamura Warrior has swim speed. Dashes to there, jumps on the land, and hisses at Sylvia. Yuska, pheromone save. What's up, IPA?
Oh,
Oh!
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
All right. 3 inspiration turns in a row. Get you guys through it.
I hate to burn it on that, but I gotta do it.
Yeah.
All right. Bonus action. Healing word on myself.
Nice.
Action. I am. Is she looking rough still?
It looks pretty rough. She doesn't look like she's like bleeding out, dying, but she looks pretty beat up.
Better with producer flame. Or not.
So you rear back, you throw a fireball at her with the produce flame. But it's a miss. Ikanik at the end of your turn, make a wisdom save, see if you wake up. Still sleepy.
Yeah. It's a great dream.
Use some help here, little buddy.
Your DPS is down.
God
Hit
save
me,
for the beam.
please.
So that's.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, that was a good roll too.
Yep.
Okay. The queen's gonna bite Yuska. 17.
That is a miss.
And she's going
Oh.
to sting Silas. 26.
So,
To make a con save with advantage. Success. Take the piercing.
so-
And that's her turn. Goes to Lucan.
So first thing Lucan's gonna do, he's gonna see that Ikanik has decided to nap. So he's gonna end his concentration on the disc and force her into the cold water to wake her up.
I can't say it. I'm kidding.
And then he's gonna move and then attack the queen.
Got it. Both Eldritch Blast attacks miss. You hit the water and you just start to sink down.
Die.
Oh shit.
You
She'll be fine.
fucker.
She'll wake up. By the way,
She's gonna
incapacitated. It doesn't say. I don't know if move actions count as actions or not, but if moves are different than actions, incapacitated only says she can't take actions or reactions.
Yeah, this one's different. This one's only damage.
Okay,
This is
that
right
makes
here.
sense.
Yeah, I gotta take
She's
damage.
gonna drown.
Do I take damage if I inhale water?
Not till you start
'Cause
to
I'm
drown.
trying to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, not till you start to
I
drown.
won't hold my breath.
So, well, while you're
This
in the
is
water,
immediate.
you don't like take drowning damage until
Okay.
like some time passes. So I mean, drowning in D&D is like really hard to do too.
Mhm.
So you got some time.
Let's
Fine.
just not do it.
My
Like,
intent
1
is
minute.
you got like yeah.
I'm not holding my breath though. Let's just forget about it. Let's not think about it.
I mean, even if you didn't, you'd be able to get to the surface before you'd actually take 41 points of drowning damage.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure you're in
yeah,
the fight
sure.
if need be. That's me
So,
though.
what if I get eaten? Oh no.
Sylvia.
I'm gonna move all the way over there and then take a shot at the queen.
Got it. Ah. 15's a miss.
I'm then gonna hold on. How much movement did I use? I'm gonna use my bonus action to go into the water, just on top of the water, not diving.
Okay.
And move another 15 feet, and then my turn.
Silas, Pheromone save. Oh, it's a fail. 1d3, my dude. That's another aggression. The Kipmar warrior orders you to attack the closest person to you.
Damn it.
If you want to roll for it, roll a d2. One's a Sylvia, two's a Yuska. One's a Sylvia.
Damn it.
Ah!
But he's in the water, so he has disadvantage?
You're,
yeah, so what,
well, you're above water, aren't you? You stayed above water.
Yeah, but
Or-
he'd have to get into the water to hit me.
yeah, what do I do? Do I pull out the crossbow or do I swim over to him?
Swim your half speed there. 5, 10, 15.
It's at
So-
disadvantage, right?
Are these at disadvantage?
No. For the same reason that Silas can hit the queen without using disadvantage, the same reason he can hit you. Because you're both floating above water.
But he was still in the boat the entire time. Now he's not in the boat.
Yeah, but
you're
you're
not
still
underwater.
visible above
You're
the
not
water.
You're not underwater.
You're not underwater.
Right.
You have to be underwater to.
Yeah.
Well, to the second two hit.
You want a reaction burn him?
No. Oh, but I will, actually. I will
Uncanny dodge.
uncanny
Yeah.
dodge, which is the first one.
It's a good idea.
I take... It's just half, but it doesn't say if it's rounded up or down.
Rounds down. Everything rounds down, D&D.
Oh, okay. So I'll take 8 total.
Yep, 3 on the second, 5 on the third.
And I guess that's my turn.
The warrior dashes to there. Yuska, wisdom save. Oh, what's a fail?
Oh no.
Greetings from Colombia. Hey, how's it going, Hematoxy? Roll a D3, Yuska. That's an aggression. You're going to go attack the closest person to you with your melee attack.
Wake her up!
Drowning.
I'm sorry, little buddy.
Also, for clarification, I dropped that disc because she's 3 feet in the air. I wouldn't have been able to see her, I think, from the angle with the disc in her because she's the same size as it.
I'm wider than the disc though.
It's a miss.
So, do I maintain Moonbeam?
Did you just try to hit me?
So
I
he
missed?
so he missed and you're still sleeping.
I'm floating down in the water.
Top of the round is you can make your wisdom save to bust out. You're free.
Yeah.
But you do it at the end of your turn, so that's your turn. Your turn is now that you are free.
Okay. But I'm making sure I'm not drowning, right?
These rolls.
The queen beam damage. So Yuska is currently charmed. Silas is currently charmed.
I mean, with the 2d10, you rolled above average, technically.
That is fair.
Oh
That is
my.
true.
It's just a really weird roll.
So the queen swims forward. The rafts, both rafts, just being like engulfed under her body weight. And she's gonna bite Ikanik.
Yeah, that hits.
Ikanik, make a dex save or be swallowed.
Ah, fuck. Hey!
Success! So you only take the 17 pierce,
Ooh, okay.
but he's also going to sting you with his stinger. 16.
That hits.
Ah! Make a
My
con
AC
save.
is 15.
So you only take the piercing, so you take 17 from the bite, and then 12 from the stinger.
Oh, guys. Guys, that was half my remaining health.
And then, as legendary action at the end of the queen's turn, she eats.
Oh.
She eats her young and gains health. Lucan.
I'ma shoot that queen.
Both of her. Ooh, those are nice hits. 2 Eldritch Blasts go off, smash into the queen. If she would not have ate her young that round, she'd have been looking severely damaged. Sylvia.
So
Silas
he's
is
still
he's still
charmed.
pissed in front of you.
So if I move out, I have to take an attack of opportunity, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Use my bonus action to dash.
You can disengage.
Yeah, but then I can't make it out of the water.
The charm is only for that one turn.
Sorry?
The charm is only for that one turn.
It's talking about
Yeah.
Yeah, top of Silas's turn, it goes away.
Yeah, but I need to use my cunning action to dash instead of disengage.
How far does disengage let you go?
It just lets him get away without being an
Just
attack of
lets- yeah.
opportunity.
Oh,
So yeah, you can make your attack of opportunity.
Nice. There you go.
get all them bad rolls out of the way.
I'll move back there.
Your
and-
cunning can disengage with that.
Sorry?
Your cunning action lets you disengage as well as dash. You can choose.
Yeah,
If
no,
that's
no,
what
I'm
you're-
using it to dash so I can get out of the water.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna use. I'm gonna shoot the queen.
You got it.
Oh, I think my hunter's mark dropped. Because I was incapacitated.
If it ever wants to roll.
Roll 20. Okay, I took off the mark. Oh! Nice.
Finally.
Dang.
I'm also gonna burn a cruelty die.
Nice. So luckily, Eek gives you the sneak damage, because she's gets charmed too. So even though Eek didn't do much that round, she still provided the sneak for the 27.
Jeez.
I do damage sometimes.
40 damage.
31.
Nice.
Yeah, but when you do,
Ah.
holy shit.
That's a rogue life, dude.
Yeah.
40 damage.
That's the end of my turn.
The arrow slices into the neck of the Kikamore Queen, and she looks pretty rough now. Silas, you are no longer aggressive.
Oh, I also heal from that. Sorry, continue.
And because you started your turn, you do not have to roll.
Yep. So I'll move up there.
Oh, all three miss. So close.
That's all I can really do.
Yiska, you are no longer charmed. Is that your heal?
Yep.
Nice.
I used my last cruelty for that.
I'm gonna use bonus action healing word onto Ekanik.
Thank you.
And apparently I don't have anything to really use. Holy shit. Action, I'm gonna produce.
Produce flame. Got it. 4 fire damage.
Good.
Ekanik.
It,
Pheromone roll.
I don't have any more big spells, guys.
His name is John C.
Oh wait, no, I fucked up. I was gonna move my moonbeam.
And his name is Ekanik. Da, 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 da. You're on a wisdom save too.
Yeah, I know.
Oh!
Wait, would advantage make me save that?
It would.
Okay.
You gonna use
I'll keep it. Yeah, I spent 50 bits, so.
it? The gods let you
Alright.
pass the pheromone.
What does this area look like? Can I swim over to climb, like stand on top of the ground? Is it a wall?
It's a slimy wall.
Damn it. Also, another question. The queen is in the water. Is she swimming, or does her feet just like touch the ground?
She's floating on the top of the water, like half
Oh, yeah,
half
okay.
immersed.
Yeah, she could probably do it. All right. Yuck. I don't suppose there's a raft nearby.
There is, but they're both under the queen's fat body.
Ayo. Okay. Question again. If I swim underneath
So
the
if you're
body,
if you're
is that
under,
still an opportunity attack?
you want to go under and get like around her. Yeah, if you go out of her range in any direction, then
Okay.
she can. As long as you're above water, though, you can make your full attack and not have
Oh, I
disadvantage.
can. I didn't know if I could shoot.
Yep.
Okay. Well, fuck yeah, then. I'll shoot. I'll do another bonus action Hunter's Mark, though.
Okay.
So that is leaving me with 1 spell slot.
Doesn't Hunter's Mark last for like years?
I wasn't incapacitated. It's concentration.
Oh, right.
Oh my god.
21 hits.
And then a +2. And then we'll shoot again.
21 hits. I don't think you missed a bow attack tonight, have you?
I missed 2. Yeah,
2?
I missed 1 turn. Yeah. And then +2.
Doing mass in my head.
And
13 and 16.
Halved.
half.
The amount of rounds that have been ones with dice rolls is like actually insane.
It's a lot.
Your
Yeah.
piercing on your short bow was a 1. You rolled a 1 on the d6 and on the d8.
I stopped counting, but we've had at least 31 dice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna not move because it will hurt a lot. I mean, it's gonna hurt anyway. I wouldn't be able to get very far.
Yeah, for you it would be 2 squares. Did you move 25?
But if I did move, then would that mean Silas and Yuska got an opportunity attack? If she went after me?
If she chased you, yeah, but she can still swing at you while you move.
Yeah, but I'm
she
thinking
would
that's...
need to leave their 5 feet distance around them. If she stays within 5 feet, they won't have to attack.
Yeah.
Like she won't get attacked.
It's almost not.
Well, on her turn, she's gonna attack. If she does attack me, it's like 2 with poison, versus if I just move now, I get 1.
Yeah, but if she moves, no one's gonna get an opportunity attack on her, and she has the legendary action to move,
Yeah.
where they have disadvantage to opportunity attack, which probably wouldn't even end up happening.
It's really like I'm not gonna hit her with disadvantage. Not with my
Quarter
quarterstaff.
stab.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, I'll be done then.
The queen, okay. Who's she gonna attack? She's gonna attack Silas. With a bite. That's a critical fail.
Yay, 1!
And with the stinger. That's a miss too. It's not looking good for the queen. Lucan.
And I'm gonna Eldritch Blast that queen again.
Big numbers. No whammies.
So anyway, I started blasting. I don't see so well, so I missed the first one.
The first blast missed, the second one hits. The queen looks very damaged and is having a hard time sitting up. There's holes and there's just goo splurting out of her body, but she's still alive.
Goo.
Goo. Sylvia.
Let's do it. Let's try and hit 40 damage again.
Roll what?
Oh, damn, just missed.
Ah.
17 just
17.
misses.
Well, I'll actually move here and end my turn.
Okay. Silas pheromone save.
Oh, maybe that's a bad idea in case she doesn't pass this. Shit.
That is a success.
Oh.
Just hit it.
Wow.
So, as your third Wail of the Revenant King slashes into the Kikamore Queen, dude, how would you like to do this?
Chop her stinger off so it falls into her head and cuts her head open.
So you slice, first time misses, the second time you cut across her chest and she falls back, rears, her stinger raises up. You jump in the air and slice the stinger and it falls, smashing into the skull. There's this big splash of water and the queen slowly fades, floats down into the water, killing the queen, leaving 3 of you floating in the water. But the deed is done.
Can I swim down to the queen?
Can.
I would like a thing.
Without telling the party where I'm going, I'm gonna dive in the water and I'm gonna go over here.
Well, you darn know well I'm gonna follow him. Or
through
her.
this cave thing.
Yuska is going to cast a healing word on.
As she duck dives.
Is there
But
anything
no.
of value on
I'm
this
gonna-
island? That's what I'm gonna look for.
Okay. So a couple things happen.
Swim over to the island.
Okay.
Lay down.
Victory. Lucan and Yuska on the island. The island is pretty barren except for a lot of the slime and the large birthing apparatus that detached from the queen's body at the start of the adventure. Nothing else really of note in this area.
Put it in the bag.
Oh my god.
The big birthing apparatus. Ikanik, as you swim down to the queen, her body slowly falls 40 feet and then hits the bed.
Mhm.
And around her body is just leaking this like green acidic blood. It looks similar to the same blood that was being removed and then pumped into those true elves.
Yeah. I would like a fang or an eye or both. Fang to start.
Okay, so you want to harvest her up?
Yes, please.
Give me
Underwater.
Give me a survival check with disadvantage because you're underwater.
Alright. Wow, I wish it would be a greater time to get advantage or something.
16.
Oh, no.
So
Yeah.
so you could spend about a minute under there cutting her up before you have to come up for air.
Okay.
So as you're slicing her, Sylvia and Silas, you make your way into this underwater cavernous area. And in this underwater cavernous area, it looks like a group of adventurers came before you and failed in their attempts to defeat this Kikamore Queen. And you see these skeletal bodies lying around what looks to have been their gear from before. Some of it's a little rusted over, but everything is visible and out in the open, just like up against the wall here. And inside you find three green gems, a very well made studded leather, five very, very well made arrows, and it looks like a dagger, but there's these like red runes that are inscribed on the side.
The leather armor, it says well made. What's the difference between that and regular leather armor?
Looks like it might be magical.
Okay. I'm gonna take the leather armor, the studded leather, and the arrows. If that's okay with you, Silas.
Do you want to keep the arrows, or should we give them to the bird?
Should probably give them to the bird. She'll actually hit with them.
Yeah.
One
I'll
step
grab-
above the chicken.
I'll grab the dagger and the gems then, if that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want
Is there anything special about the gems, or are they just like emerald-looking gem type things?
They look like emerald gems.
Okay.
You'd put them at about 100 gold piece each. That you think you could probably get from them, or use them for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So when you guys you emerge from the cave back into the waters. You can see Ikanik is sawing at parts of this giant queen,
Mm-hmm.
collecting some of the
The
fangs and
mental
stuff.
image I have of Eek just frantically sawing away under the water on
Yeah.
Or do we pass her underwater?
Yeah.
I'll yell out, "Cut the stinger," and then swim to the island.
So underwater, you hear
So yeah, absolutely. Oh, here.
And actually, I'll go right to Lucan and see if he can identify this right away. The dagger.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can do that. So I'll need materials though. Can we just convert 2 of the gems instantly into 100 gold in the sense of using them as components for the spell?
I mean, I got gold on me too, so.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Either way.
Use the gems.
I'd rather keep the gems, I think, maybe, and just burn the gold.
Yeah, sure.
So I'll burn, what, 200 gold then?
It's 100 gold per item. So if Sylvia wants to admit that she took armor without discussing it to find out what it does, I can do that.
Yeah, I'll give Lucan the armor as well, and I'll give him 100 gold.
Okay, yeah, I gave 100 gold for the dagger.
Okay. So as you cast Ritual on the
cast,
island,
that's gonna be 20 minutes of me just touching these things.
Oh my god.
so as Ikanik emerges from the waters carrying chunks of this Kikamore Queen, and you guys get in your ritual, do
Hey, guys.
a quick break, and then come back and see what you got.
Bye guys.
Hey guys, bye guys. So we'll be right back, just getting another beer using the bio, and then we'll see what they earned. Be right back.
I hope I'm not cutting out too much.
So your mic sounds good, dude. I haven't noticed it cut out. Okay, so everyone's getting some stuff, and we'll get it going once they get back.
It's hard to get, for me, because I've always had a headset, like the idea that I have to speak directly at the microphone.
Yeah. So it's like always right in front of my face.
So mine's off to the side.
If I turn the gain up too much to allow me to do that, you're gonna hear blackety black.
Yeah, because I essentially have double suppression on with Discord and running through OBS. Or running through, not OBS, through RTX voice.
I should try RTX voice.
See if I can not die from drinking my drink.
What are you drinking?
God. Well, I was drinking Monster and vodka, but like I took a drink and it hit the back of my throat perfectly to make you want to spit it back out. So that's why like I was kind of really quiet during my one turn because I'm like trying not to spit it out on camera. Yeah.
Monster and vodka. That sounds like a very interesting combination.
He wants to party.
It was the Orange Sunrise stuff.
I actually had my first beer in like 3 months over the post.
Did you pick up any whiskey today, Lee?
No, I didn't even leave.
No.
Sable and I finished Chernobyl, but when we first started watching it, we did a Chernobyl drinking game. So we finished like 6 cans of PBR in 2 hours each,
PBR.
which is like nothing. But
What's the drinking game? Every time they say 3.6.
that's only in the beginning, actually. But that's one of the rules. I think. What was a dumb one that kept popping up? Comrade. Every time they say comrade.
Hello, comrade.
Comrade
Bromance.
Mikosov.
What is Chernobyl on?
HBO?
It's on HBO,
It's
but we
HBO.
have popcorn time,
Oh.
so I just use on that.
So everyone is back. Let's see what you got. See, that boss wasn't too bad, right?
That was good.
Got some nice damage. Got a big old sneak.
Title
That
was
sneak.
Oh
that
no, I'm
sneak felt
completely
different.
tapped.
Some nice
that
That was a
inspirations.
perfect time for a crit sneak.
Save it with the inspirations helping out.
Hey, Box Cutterfly, would you say Chernobyl is about 3.6?
not great. Not terrible.
So the 5 of you pull yourself onto this slime-covered island, covered in mud, disgusting ooze, blood, exhausted. Lucan casts the ritual. First, on the 5 arrows, they have at the tip of the arrow where the pointed part would be, it's actually a large, it could be your choice of a large fist, like a glove, like a boxing glove, or like a boot, like a Mario boot. And these are 5 arrows of walloping.
That's amazing.
5 arrows of walloping.
Those are interesting.
So if you hit someone with it, they have to make a strength save or they get knocked on their ass. Still does the damage. Next up, looking at the pretty well made leather armor. Made from tough, flexible leather, reinforced with close sets of spikes and rivets. This one is a little hint of green. It is a studded leather armor of poison resistance. So the party came in planned pretty well. Just couldn't pull it off.
If nobody needs that, I'll use it.
Well, as a rogue, you have pretty light armor, right?
Yeah, I have regular studded leather armor on right now.
I think I have leather armor.
I have leather as well.
Let me show you the third item too. Might help out. The third item is, it looks like a butcher's knife. There's 5 ruins, enchanted fiery ruins on the side. And this is a battle chief field dresser. So it's a magical weapon. When you hit with it, it does an extra 1d4 fire damage. If you're fighting a beast or a monstrosity, you put it to 0 hit points, you can quickly and easily slice off a piece of prime flesh to cook, granting you 1 ration.
Only.
So Ikanik definitely needs that dagger to go with her Lord of the Kitchen.
Yeah.
It's magical if you throw it.
I don't need the armor though. I didn't get hit this whole fight, and that should be how it should be every fight. So
Yeah, I think Celia, you're more endangered to get hit. If I could have your regular leather studded armor, and then I can ask maybe someone back at our camp to modify it for each size, I think that'd be good.
Yeah, I could definitely do that.
Wait, does it heat on contact with the slain creature's meat?
So when you attack normally, you do an extra bit of fire damage. If you
Yeah.
kill it, then you can instantly turn it into food. Or at least 1 ration's worth of food.
Yeah. Okay.
So, how are we doing this? Ekenik's taking the battle chef?
Mhm.
Field dresser. Sylvia's taking the studded leather poison resistance.
Yep.
Armor, poison resistant. Got it.
I don't get like +1 or anything, do I, on that? Just poison resistance?
Yeah, just poison resistance.
Okay, I'm just making sure putting in. I mean, I don't know why I'm putting in my sheet, seeing as I'm not going to use it after today. But
Well, I'm gonna export this entire game and then re-upload it into Foundry.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
And then I'm sure there's gonna be stuff to tweak.
I say I can help you with all the modifications and everything
Yeah,
to
it's-
do it automatically.
Be some tweaking that'll make it work. I'll delete a bunch of maps too. Upload some new stuff.
I have a question. The battle chef says you can quickly slice off the raw meat when you reduce it to hit points, but you have to be within 5 feet of it.
Yeah, so you can't
Yeah.
like throw it and then it like perfectly cuts.
Right.
It's not like a ranged like, Gordon Ramsay attack. You have to be like next to it. And
Well, that might be better for a different person then, because Eek is rarely ever going to be close unless she's purposely getting attacked.
Problem is, I don't think anyone else is going to be using a dagger.
Well,
Unless
I mean,
using them.
technically for Sylvia, it'd be roughly the same as a short sword, but it's a magic item.
Oh, it might be better for you, Sylvia. And then you
Yeah.
can give them meat,
Well,
and then
I,
Eek can teach you cooking.
well, I have back at the our camp. I have a magical sword waiting for
Oh,
me.
you do have a sword waiting.
Ah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I have my mace, so I don't need a magical item either. It would make the most sense on you in case you get into a situation where you don't have a bow. Keep in mind, you also don't have a
That's true.
magical item right now at all when it
Yep.
comes to combat.
I will take this magical chef net.
you can also sell it.
It's not that. Sell
True,
it. Go
we
and
could
sell
also
it.
sell it.
See what it sells for and make your own magical item.
Is this considered a? This is not a jewel encrusted dagger. Nope.
Could be. Depends on who you talk to.
So now that we killed the queen, are we gonna go kill those elves?
I don't know, guys. I'm a bit
Ah.
tapped.
That didn't do anything to us.
I'm with Eek on this one. Those elves, aside from us fighting them, they haven't done anything to us.
I'm kind of beat up too.
We weren't sent here to fight them either.
That's fair. So then, how do we find Baba Yutaga? And get Yuska's prize?
I'll have to contact Paizen first. But I'm certain she'll find us.
If we're to do that, I would recommend we rest up first. No doubt she'll be wanting to have our heads for taking out that heart of hers.
Oh, good point.
What if we blame it on the elves?
What if we blame it on the alcohol?
But I'm,
The solution.
I'm certain that the elves probably aligned with. Oh, no, we're probably aligned with. There's something's coming.
You cut out a bit there. I didn't get to hear everything you said.
Something's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is vague and ominous.
Because I don't know the cardinal directions, I'll point roughly where I hear sound.
points to the northwest.
You paying
Oh,
rent
you
and
mean
stuff?
right now, not in a general something.
It's
No,
the king.
look something is coming.
Should we hide?
We should probably try to. I don't know. Are the rafts still good?
Well, we could use those rafts. Perhaps wherever Sylvia and Silas found those items, we might be able to hide out there.
Coming up like a
I don't see
crocodile.
anything.
Eyes, nose, and the Bobby target just slowly emerges a little bit, like kind of like an old Greg in the video. Just she just looks at the five of you.
As she appears, I'm gonna whisper over to Yuska and be like, "She's out of her house. Shall we kill her now?"
I'm
Black.
completely tapped on my spells. This probably is not the best time.
Fair enough.
I vote Yuska leads this conversation. I don't think Sylvia will be the right choice here.
What are you talking about? I only got turned into a squirrel last time.
And then he stabbed her, and then I stabbed her.
I'm gonna use the head of my mace and kind of like gut Sylvia to stop her from talking, and also use one of my charges to heal her for 10.
So you reach over, hit him hard in the stomach, and then heal him. And as you do, Bobby Utaga like a dolphin. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. She's like full on Zohan swimming up towards you guys, leaping out of the water. Lands on the shore. I'm so proud of you, Yuska. You did a great job clearing out this hellhole for myself. Your first task is completed.
So it is.
Did you stumble upon the seeds that I planted before this was taken from me?
Seeds.
Yes. Did my heart, did it grow?
Well, I wouldn't say that it grew. I would say no.
Then the one that I sent to tend it did not do a very good job. I picked the best gardener that I knew for such a task, and I suppose that he failed. You pop a good berry into your mouth and chew. The good berry in the presence of Baba Utaga tastes a little sour.
Yeah.
I'll have to contact my friend Pison to fulfill that part.
Yes, and a memory.
I suppose you can take that.
Whenever you want me to, I will gladly take it and add it to my wall. Well, I will say I'm a little disappointed that my first gardener did not do such a good job. Do you think you are a excellent gardener? I'm sure your friends can vouch for you. I've seen you plant seeds. Tell me, anyone behind you. Have you seen him plant seeds? Have you seen them grow? I'll know if you're lying.
I mean, planted, sure, but we haven't seen them grow. We don't stay still long enough for that. For all we know, they've already died.
Have a little optimism there, Lucan. Maybe they survived and thrived.
Without someone tending them, I doubt it. And I'm gonna give you, like, eye daggers. Shut up.
I don't think I would be a good gardener for what it is you're growing.
Yes, your kin does not seem to be very good at this. Maybe I should find another one to find. Another lineage would do much better.
What does Yuska's lineage have to do with anything?
Well, they are excellent gardeners and they like to walk a certain path and they want certain things and they like to make deals, as I'm sure you've seen from your friend here. He is not the first or the second dreamwalker that I have met. He was just the one that was fully embraced and walked into the realm that I showed you and your friends.
Did you create the other Yuskas?
So you did stumble upon them. So then you do know what happened to my heart.
No.
And she gives this wicked coy of a smile. I would like to see this heart. I think you should take me there.
If we're to do that, I would like a rest first. As you can see, we've been busy. I'm going to gesture with my mace to the gore that's just laying all over the island.
Well, any can equal fall pro.
I'm not traveling these tunnels after everything we've seen. Not this exhausted.
And I will watch over you all tonight. And I will keep you safe.
You have someone that does that. From the ground.
Oh, I'm not letting any of you out of my sight until I see what was taken from me.
Well, might as well start getting rest in, and then I'll sit down.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, Papa Utaga. There isn't enough room in our tent area dome, so you gotta stay away.
She walks over to the side of the water and looks down. And she just slowly starts to walk across the water. She walks to the edge of the wall and she claws her way up the wall to the side. She gets to the top of the wall. Her head spins 180 degrees and looks at the five of you. I can see you fine from here.
That's not mildly terrifying at all.
Now sleep!
Yuska's gonna lean over to Sylvia. I think we'll have to make a return trip to deal with it. I don't think it's a good idea anytime soon.
We'll see what happens when she sees the heart.
Shh.
I'm just gonna stare at her the entire time. Like, right in her eyes.
She returns the stare. But hers is a very wide smile and you can see the fanged teeth. She kind of just smiles at the five of you with her head still cocked 180 degrees on the side of the wall there.
I'm gonna clean up the island that we're immediately sleeping on, so we're not sleeping on Guck.
Okay.
I totally want, like, art of that now. Just Bobby Utaga and myself staring at each other for 8 hours straight.
Backwards head, then you just pissed off looking at her.
Whoa, we're all sleeping on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's reminding me of the witches from Spirited Away, and I don't like it.
You guys are sleep right next to the giant birthing sack. Alright.
Are we going to attack her? In the morning?
I think we should wait.
Poor Kay.
With that, Yuska's gonna pass out. Absolutely tapped.
The four of you sleep. You can make a wisdom saving throw to see if you can beat your insanity.
God, I hope so.
I'm also gonna resummon Echo before I sleep.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
You just beat it. You had to beat a 10.
Yeah! I already reset my hit points.
So you're able to shake off the insanity, get a full night's rest in. Echo returns. Everyone sleeps except for Sylvia, who just keeps an eye on Baba Yutaga. And for the entire night, she doesn't stay in that one place. She scurries around the walls at different times. It gets different vantage points. And at one point, her ear, like Stretch Armstrong ear, extends about 30 feet. You can tell that she's kind of listening. It slowly retracts to her side.
Like in the morning, should we attack?
Not gonna lie, I have the heebie-jeebies now.
I didn't agree to fight in this thing. I just want to point that out.
She's out of her home, and we're rested up.
8 hours
Sleeping.
pass. As you guys slowly wake up, she just swan dives into the water. Then she slowly just steps on the land. She shakes like a Labrador. Feeling better?
We got 45 minutes to do one last fight and roll 20, guys.
Has it been 24 hours yet?
Well, that's a good point. Benora's not back.
It's close.
We've taken at least 2 long rests.
Get back to you now. Just because I'm sure I'll forget to get back to you.
Okay. Okay, now we have.
I actually wasn't sure he was going to come back, to be honest.
Benor steps out, like rips open the atmosphere and steps through. He looks normal. Looks like a normal Benor.
Welcome back, Benor. How was your trip?
I don't remember, Master, but I have returned to protect you.
I wish you had remembered. That would be interesting.
I remember seeing Yuska in front of a big heart. And as he says that, Baba Yutaga looks over. And then the heart swallowed me. And as it was swallowing me, I saw all of you there run up to me, and I saw in your eyes, Master, you were like, "No, Benor, I need you. You cannot die, Benor." And I thought to myself, I must fight back for Master, and I am here.
Well, I suppose that answers that question.
Well, I'm glad you're safe, Benor. God damn it.
Baba Yutaga looks at the 5 of you, and her now smile kind of turns. She squints. She snaps her fingers. She's poof.
Can I take a reaction?
Again?
Fuck yeah! I'm gonna throw that dagger.
Okay.
Is she over 20 feet away from me? When she poofed? I think she was.
There. Nope. Throw it.
Awesome.
If that gets lodged into her and she leaves with it, I'm gonna be realistically upset.
Okay. Sorry, I took the dagger away. Where is
Can
it?
she track it after she's thrown it, or just do that first?
I'll
I'm
have
just
to
curious.
hunter's mark it.
Oh, okay.
You guys try the hunter's mark instead.
Eek wouldn't think that well. Attacking, sure. She'll hunter's mark. She's a hunter.
Okay. Check one thing about hunter's mark real quick. Hunter's mark.
Perception. Advantage on perception or survival to find. Up to an hour.
Guess you have advantage on checks to try to find her.
We have an hour, dudes.
Okay. So as she poofs out, your hunters mark the hag. And then she just vanishes in front of the 5 of you.
Okay, so I hunters marked her, so if we're gonna attack her, we have like an hour.
She probably went towards the heart.
So the only logical place is to the heart, or she went back to her house. Those are
Or
the
to
only
her house,
two.
yes.
Perception check, if I may.
Okay.
Oh, which one's higher? Perception, survival.
So you roll an 8 trying to find her. You're
Advantage.
looking.
It's a 9.
So you have a 9. You're like turning around looking. You swore for a sec you heard something, but you're not quite sure where she's at.
I don't tell anybody.
I think our first option is to go check by the heart and make our way out. I think it's safe to assume that she's going to be very aggressive towards us now.
Yep.
Well, good thing you didn't give her your memory before we decided to attack her.
Yeah, but she might bring my brothers and sisters into this. They're going to be very upset with me.
Behind you, Lucan, you
Why?
feel this hot breath on your neck. Just. And then it fades
Me?
away. Lucan.
Oh,
It fades
thank
away.
God.
It's like
Oh, okay.
right
I'm,
behind you.
I'm ready to leave. I don't know about you, but brothers and sisters or not, I don't want to be in this cave anymore.
Should we
gotta
check
at
the
least
heart
check
first?
heart.
I mean, if you think that's the best option, I'm under the assumption she's back in her hut where she's safe.
Well, there's no harm, no foul to just check real quick.
Very well.
Must we still have the wraps?
I also don't want to just end that conversation there. Why would your siblings be upset about us doing this to the witch?
Let's swim and talk.
Open up more of the map just to have it open.
We could talk about that.
I mean, it's going to take us a couple minutes to get to where the heart was. I'm sure the story isn't that long.
Does the Ikanik know the story?
Iska doesn't.
But not Ikanik.
Not even. Unless Ika's specifically asked.
Swim and talk. Swim and talk. Going to the heart. Let's go.
So on the map now, everything's pretty much been open except for just the elf area to kind of show you. But everything's been revealed. So for those watching on Twitch, that's the big old map.
It's huge.
Okay. Are we rafting if we still have those? Or...
Yeah, did the rafts pop up when she started to fall?
You guys are swimming. Unless you want to spend time to fix them.
I'm not swimming in that river.
It's halfway there.
Can we just fast travel there unless you have things that are hidden?
No, you can fast travel there. Do you want to jump down to the heart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, take it slowly once we kind of get on land, but yeah, so we don't get surprised if she actually is there.
Is there anything you guys want to talk about while you're heading that way?
Yeah, there is. It's time to talk about families.
Jumped you to here.
Yuska, the witch lady said that she had a lot of dreamwalkers with her. But I thought you were the only dreamwalker.
Well, I'm the only. Well, no, I think one of my sisters. I don't know. It's hard to keep track sometimes. They're all scattered throughout. I really never paid much attention.
Is your whole family dreamwalkers?
No. No, one became a paladin. One became a mercenary somewhere. A couple were really good at magic. They used to bully me a lot. I think.
And if they're so diverse in their trainings, why would they be upset about how we're responding to this witch?
They would always get upset with me. I don't know. Especially my eldest brother.
Well, what'd he say?
He's had several run-ins with these types of creatures.
What? Really?
Yeah, he's kind of an expert, I guess. I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a very long time.
And would we be upset about you making a deal with the witch, or being aggressive towards them?
Sorry. I'm still getting used to this thing. It's what cut out?
No, just your voice was cut.
Okay. Sorry, what was the question, Lucan?
Question is which part of our dealings with the hag would they be upset about? The deals or the being aggressive?
I'm certain my older brother might try to kill me for making a deal with the hag.
Oh.
Or at the very least, he would be very, very angry. I don't know. He's...
Why?
I don't know. When he left so long ago, the last encounter that I had with him, he complained about seeing something similar to the type of visions I used to have. But never really explained them. Just would get twitchy and angry, but he was always a really good fighter. Really keen with magic, too. He just hated the type of things that we've seen coming out here. I never really thought much of it. I've
Well,
always been sort of aloof, though. It's hard to pay attention to these sorts of things. I know one of my sisters went after him. He was more interested in magic than actually dealing with family. I don't know. The rest of them I don't think actually came up here. But I don't really talk to them.
Went after? Where did he go?
He went north, but I don't think he went to the Nevermore Expanse. Just said he had to go north.
I mean, I don't want to break it to you, but we are north of most of the continent.
I suppose that's fair.
Well, family doesn't kill family. Like, I mean, Sylvia, right? I'm right? Gavin killed us.
Totally.
Yeah, we're family.
100%. Without a doubt.
That's what I thought. So, you know, you
They're all very particular. As I said, I always kind of kept to myself. Just focused on nature-y things, I guess. Why my parents sent me off to be a druid, or rather the village I'm from just kind of pushed me out there. Just always kind of lost in my own thoughts. I never really did fit in.
How long ago was that?
10-15 years.
That's quite some time. Not even I've been gone from my town that long. It's only been, what, 2-3 years or so?
I assume we're walking toward the heart.
You cross the bank, now you're walking towards the heart. You're in the long caverns with all the dead capillaries that run along the walls as you're making your way to the chamber.
That was supposed to go. Wait, I'll just use this.
It's all good.
Yusuke, I think I don't know exactly why you made the deal, and it's okay if you're aloof because you know we're like brother and sister. So I don't mind that you're aloof. And if your brother minds, then I don't think he's a brother if he wants to attack you.
About at this point, you're about maybe 100 feet from the chamber of the heart is. And up ahead, you can hear this like bad rambling from Bobby Utaga, and you can hear her almost like she's talking to herself. But she's just a little ways out of way to understand what she's saying. But she's talking very fast.
I make an arcana.
As soon as I hear her, I would take my bow out.
Okay.
Yeah, I draw my my mace as well.
I'd like to make an arcana check to see if I recognize that she is doing some magic or not from the sounds she's making.
Sounds like... Yeah, make an arcana check.
Okay.
See how much of it you might... 21?
Ah! You wasted. Okay.
Did the roll go through? Because I didn't pop up on mine.
Oh, she rolled in that.
Yeah, I rolled a net 20.
21.
So, at
Nice.
that sound, I'm gonna look directly at Sylvia and say, "Go!" Like, point to where the chanting's going from.
Okay.
Figured she's the fastest, maybe. She's casting a spell!
Sorry, I'm just reloading. Roll 20.
That's okay. Sylvia runs, I'm sure. Sure of it. Absolutely.
If you want to, do you want to run?
Yeah, let's run, and it's like, okay, yeah, I'll run,
Does the
and
group
I'll
chase?
see what happens when I get there before doing anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
run from the other path.
Yeah, seeing them go.
So in the chamber,
Okay, smart. Okay.
this is kind of like theater of the mind thing, but you guys see in the chamber as you come around the corner, you can see the room where you once were. The dead heart fallen off of the wall is still laying there, but you can see Baba Utaga, and she's been casting this message. As you're running through the halls, you can hear her chanting something. Does anyone speak deep speech?
No.
Nope.
Nah, no, I didn't do that, unfortunately.
She's chanting something in a very old eldritch language. And as you pop around the corner, Sylvia, you get there first and you look. Baba Utaga is over the heart. Her chest cavity is opened. So her ribs are split, splayed. And there's this It's like an embryo is being absorbed into her chest, and she's like pulling this embryo into her body, and she's sucking it in as you come around the corner.
As soon as I see that, I would shoot at her.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
Okay.
24. All right, 24 hits. So she's pulling this like an embryo into her body as her ribs are ripped open. She's sucking in. The arrow sticks her to the side. She takes it. She like stumbles a second, and she continues to pull this embryo into her body. At this point, the rest of you have now turned the corner as Sylvia has released the arrow, and you see what Sylvia saw.
Sorry, so she's taking something out of herself into the heart, or from the heart into her? Sorry.
Some from the heart into her.
Okay.
Do we not roll initiative?
No.
Awesome. I want to shoot.
Okay.
I want to do Hunter's Mark as bonus action if I can. And then I will do my short bow attack. She's not a monstrosity. She's a humanoid, right?
She's neither.
Okay, that's fine.
27. So right now what she's doing, she has AC of 10, so the other arrow smashes into the side of her, and she continues to pull this nucleus out of the heart into her body.
You get Colossus Slayer in her too for extra. She's already been damaged.
It's there. It's in the
Oh,
5.
it is there. Okay, I see.
Yeah. I'm gonna take out a new walloping arrow, and I'm gonna shoot that
Okay.
with advantage.
16 hits.
Oh, so, yeah, right. You said 10. Okay, great.
What's the strength? Those a 10?
Yeah, it's a DC 10. Ah.
Okay.
She has an embryo going inside of her.
So Sylvia lets loose the arrow. Ika runs up. First arrow shot second, then she pulls out the walloping arrow. Next arrow smashes both into Baba Utaga.
Lucan's gonna run into the room and just yell for everyone to stop just fighting without a reason. Hold on. We don't even know what's going on yet. Let's talk about this first. We don't necessarily know what she's doing is wrong. This might be the proper way to get rid of it or dispose of it so she can do something else. I don't know. But let's not just blindly fire arrows.
She wants to bring back the heart.
We don't know that. Did she say that?
That looks like a thing that does life stuff.
To me, it looks no different than her having something returned to her. It looks no different than when Sylvia had her chest opened.
Why would she want the bad heart returned to her?
Perhaps this was actually her heart. We don't know these things. We can't just fire blindly. Sylvia and I have already been yelled at once for that.
It's dangerous.
Does Yaga look like she's even like aware of her surroundings?
She hasn't like motioned or she took the damage, but she didn't really flinch from the damage. She just kind of took it, and she hasn't turned or acknowledged any of you guys since she's been doing this. But she continues just to pull this embryo out of the heart.
Need to stop this.
Can I do like an Arcana, or any roll to try and see what she's trying to do with it? Like what the intent might be behind it? Whether that be like Arcana, History, Religion.
Roll Arcana or Religion with disadvantage. An 8. She's attempting to save something from the heart in a very demonic way.
Can we see exactly what it is she's grabbing?
From where you guys are standing, maybe 25, 30 feet away, it looks like not like a fully developed like humanoid or like animal child, but it looks like a small like fetus is being pulled from the heart to her stomach.
Someone
at that, Silas is gonna run up and just whack at the.
Oh, I was gonna grab it, but
No, I'm gonna whack at it.
When you run up to it, Silas, as you come to pull down the whale, it is a baby Ursus.
It's a
Nope.
baby
I'm
Yuska.
still gonna hit it.
Still gonna hit it? Alright. So, first whale. 5. Or 9. 5 and 5. Okay. So 19 damage.
Oh.
I'm gonna be running up with Silas as well, and I'm gonna after I have clearance that I'm not gonna get cut from one of his blades, I'm gonna try and grab whatever it was, and just like pull it towards myself instead.
Make an athletics check. You try to pull the this thing out of this tiny nucleus of a little Ursus out from a grasp of Zutaga. She's trying to insert it into herself. And as you pull on it, she continues this grip and she just keeps to push it slowly into her. And as it's getting closer to her, there's this like a purplish light that's starting to emanate from her chest.
I'm gonna. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
I got channel detonation her.
Okay. So this will affect Lucan and Silas too.
Yep, that's fine.
Let's make
Everybody,
charisma.
Yeah.
Everybody but her.
So she takes half of the fire.
With
Lucan,
everybody
It's
attacking
okay, I
her,
rolled a
I'll,
one anyways.
I'll drop that on top. Behind her so it's not hitting. So
okay. So Silas is hacking at this child. Lucan's trying to grab it. The chains fly out. Bobby Utaga pushes it off. I guess I put her in here. Bobby Utaga pushes it off. But it wraps around Lucan and Silas. So your speed's just halved. And he can drop it if he wants to. And then the moonbeam shoots down from the sky. And as she does that, Bobby Utaga's head kind of spins towards all of you. Don't you want to save your brother? Back off!
I'm gonna try and grab it again, if that's okay.
Okay.
Yuska, who is she talking about?
The moonbeam scorches Bobby Utaga. She continues to pull it in, taking the damage. She's taking all this damage, and she doesn't look too beat up yet, but you can see scratch marks and burn marks.
Can I double down with Proud Ambition and my Inspiration to give myself advantage? Or am I not at disadvantage right now?
Oh, you're not at disadvantage right now, but you can
Okay,
give
I'll
yourself
use-
a 16 if you want.
Yeah, I'll use the Proud Ambition to give myself a 16.
He rolls up.
I rolled a 1. So with the 16, you pull this little Ursus child away from Bobby Utaga, and she spins to you. As she spins to you, her chest cavity's open. There's still this bright purple light. If you don't insert it into me now, it will die. And there'll be one less Dreamwalker that walks the world.
How big is the baby?
8 inches. It's little.
Ikanik wants to run forward. And I want to place or throw, or I'll go over there. I want to. Yeah, I'll chuck a vial of the green ooze from the Kikamore warriors that I collected. I want to put it in her open chest cavity.
Okay.
I have something else I want to do whenever I'm allowed to do something next, because I don't want to do all the actions.
How does Bob Utaga have a +4 in strength? What?
She has 18 strength.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
Don't let them hags act like they're frail. So it's the same ooze that was used to transform the
Yes.
true elves into these spider-like Yig-Najala creatures. That same ooze is now inside the open cavity of Bobby Utaga, and her body starts to absorb this spidery essence, and she falls back. And she lets out this scream, and her eyes glaze white. and she falls over, and her back is now like pulsating.
So sorry.
Like stuff's trying to sprout from her body, and she's lost control of herself, and she's now rolling around.
What did
I'm
I
gonna
do?
start blasting produce flames every turn that this is going on.
All right. As they're doing that, I'm gonna tell Echo to grab the baby by its like the back of its neck, kind of like you'd hold like a baby kitten. And I'm gonna cast invisibility on the baby and Echo and tell it to run in a random direction.
Okay.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, I'll start swinging at Itaga as well.
I'll keep shooting arrows at her as well.
After a good 45 seconds or so of this transmutation Baba Utaga that you guys are able to not fully let happen, she stops moving. She lays there. And as she lays there, you can see part of a spider arm has like started to protrude from her back, but before she had a chance to be taken or change or however you would classify it, she's limp and falls and doesn't move.
Ikanik, how in the world was that a good decision?
Thought it was acid.
Do you even have any acid on you?
I thought it was acid because it's green, like the stuff that the queen spurted out.
We had so many questions.
At this brief flash that she's going to get away and be this half spider monster that chases you guys, but killed her.
I'm gonna
Yo.
I'm just
go
gonna
up to her.
I'm gonna cut her head off just to make sure.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep stabbing her.
Yuska,
Now I can't even bring her back.
guys. Yuska, I'm so sorry. You
So-
didn't get your staff yet.
So Echo's holding the baby like Simba in his mouth somewhere. Silence and Sylvia are stabbing the dead hag that has spider legs protruding from her back, and the three of you are now talking.
I'm not sure she is truly dead.
Ah.
You hit a capillary and her legs twitch, and you guys go stab her
Is
somewhere.
is my hunter's mark is my hunter's mark still active?
It's on her.
Like on the body.
Yeah, on the dead body. Yeah. So it's her.
Okay. No, that's most likely her. Like 99.99% sure. Sylvia. My hunter's mark says so.
I don't think any of us were concerned that it wasn't her. I think we were concerned about what you did to her.
I didn't do anything.
What cave are you in?
I mean, like, as a player, I'm in like total disbelief that she is dead right now. Like, there's no way.
That's
No,
what I
as a-
feel like.
as
As
I
a
did.
player, I am legitimately concerned that Ikanik did that without any thought of the consequences.
I literally thought it was acid. What do you want from me?
Every single potion that you own, you're not allowed potions anymore.
I have.
But she's an alchemist,
one
so
more.
you're screwed in that
Now
one.
I know. Now I know what it does. Okay, I'm abusing it. Ah.
Well,
I mean, that might have been what killed her because she probably would have actually attempted to get away.
so the five of you are, even though Echo's holding this child, I need whoever wants to make the roll to roll 1d5.
Oh fuck.
Because the avatar was not able to enter the hag, it's going to enter one of you automatically.
Excuse me?
The avatar born from the heart that the hag was trying to absorb
2, 3,
is instead absorbed by Yusko 1, Sylvia 2, Ikanik 3. So Ikanik, you're standing there, and the embryo shoots out of Echo's mouth, and as it does, it like turns into the small little Ursus child, then slams into Ikanik's chest, and Ikanik, you fall over. And it just like, it disappears inside you. There's this bright purple flash, and then it's gone.
Hold on. You're telling me I'm gonna be a nurses?
I'm telling you,
I mean, it
you
might not
have
be
a-
you.
You have a... So this was the nucleus. Remember when you first
Oh,
met
shit.
Yuska? Yuska 2? When the night is starless and the heart beats once more. Emerging into the mortal plane, forest creaks and shifts, the canopy sways like a great wind rushes through it, and all light vanishes for some time. Dark songs will be sung in honor and a great feast will be had. An avatar is selected randomly from those present. The avatar has selected Ikanik. And now inside you is the heart of the primal gardener and the one before him. You are now the vessel of the old ones. The vacuous ones have chosen you.
Well, shit.
She looks at the four of you. Her eyes are gone. They're just purple orbs. But you feel fine. You feel like nothing is wrong. Everything looks the same.
I don't look weird.
Besides
Like
your purple eyes, you have no pupils. They're just giant purple orbs where your owl eyes used to be. You saw the nucleus fly towards you and you felt it connect for a second, but after that, you're just very peaceful.
I wonder if you should go talk to the snail.
Huh?
So I wonder if we should go talk to the snail.
Why?
Well, he mentioned something about Starless Nights.
Well, I mean, I don't know how that matters right now.
I think we might need to go to those elves. They might know more about what's going on.
I have to go find my brother.
Unless that was your brother. It was a baby Ursus, which was my intent to save it. I did not think it would be so fast.
I mean, technically, you did save it.
I don't understand.
I mean, my older
It's
brother
gone.
is much older. I don't know.
Brother's not a baby.
I don't know.
It's like an unexpected turn that I did not think it would take.
I think we're good to go now.
Can I do like an Arcana check on Eek to try and like tell where the baby is?
In the womb.
Well, no,
Look
I
at-
want to. Well, no, I would like to know if it's like in your heart,
Yeah, that'd
or-
be good. Please do that.
or if in like 9 months you're gonna birth out a baby the
I
size of
swear to
you.
God, if Ekanik dies because she has to give birth to an Ursus, I could
That'd be
fucking
great.
kill someone.
Make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Would I have been able to get like a look at the baby to like see if I could recognize it at all?
Besides it being a young Ursus, it'd be hard to tell. Well, 19 Arcana, you feel like you understand it pretty well with a 19. The baby has already been born, and the avatar is chosen. So, based on the words that you guys were reading and learning about, the avatar will now randomly start to devour other things to gain strength, and will become an entryway for a vacuous one, whichever one is the one.
Now, does that mean that there's like the nucleus that's inside Ekanik and slowly gonna eat her, or is Ekanik gonna start eating things to become?
Ekanik's gonna start eating things to become the vacuous one. She's gonna slowly become the
Cool.
vacuous one.
Going to cook more?
Think of what Silas was dealing with, but like times 100.
So, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but if that was indeed your brother, Ekanik is now your brother, and much more.
What does that mean?
Whatever that thing was, it's not condensed in your body. Its aura is sprouting from every pore. You are whatever that was now, or at least it is you.
I'm an Ursus?
No. Well, no. You're so much worse.
You're like Venom from Spider-Man.
That's that heart, that baby, Baba Yutaga. You're all of it, but none of it at the same time?
And Baba Yutaga?
Only yes and no. It's not easy to explain. I barely understand what's going on myself, but whatever that thing that flew into you was, you're it now, and it's you.
Is it okay?
That is outside of my realm of thinking right now. I would need to go to a very, very, very big library and learn a lot of things I don't know to answer that.
You're okay.
For now, perhaps.
Maybe we should find Baba Yutaga's hut.
As a
Maybe
positive,
find some answers there.
you just got looking at Baba Yutaga, you reach down and on her person, because she's dead, the Spire of Twilight is there.
Yay!
All it
that's a
took was
plus.
a death and a baby Ursus.
You have 3 attunes, so you just have to drop an attune to attune to it.
I'll drop the wand of whisper.
Wand of Whispers?
Somebody else can.
I'll
grab
take
if
that.
they'd like.
I'll take that, yeah.
Sorry, tiny bladder. I choose restroom again.
So your Spire of Twilight is the first run, so you get a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls. When you use it as a you get a +1 to spell attack rolls. And as a bonus action, you can cast Bright Light in a 15-foot radius.
On the plus side, you can sell that wand now too.
Well,
No, I'm
probably
taking the whispers.
Yeah.
No, the wand of War Mage.
They stack, don't they?
Yeah, you'd want in both hands.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to kind of check Bobby Utaga's body.
Okay. With the 8, looking at her, she was beginning to make that transformation, the same one that you saw the ones that you killed, where the brainstem shot up with the cocoon. She was starting to turn into that Drider. Besides that, she was a very powerful hag that was more concerned with trying to save whatever it was that went into Ekanik than she was with fighting you guys. She almost like sacrificed herself trying to take or stop or become whatever that thing is.
Okay, I just wonder if she had like any magic on her that's gonna bring her back to life when we leave or something.
Okay. She seems gone.
I mean, I feel like that was really easy, but at the same time, now Ekanik has the nucleus in her, so I don't know.
Please, God, I'm really sorry.
The only ones I know that would have any idea of how we undo this. If that thing wasn't my brother, he would probably be the best one to ask. The only other one would be my sister. She was a powerful sorceress when she left to go after him. I don't know.
I think we should head back to Novavasi and go from there.
Can we go
Perhaps
home?
there's knowledge in some libraries.
Perhaps we can go to Ketchweed first and inform him that Bobby Yutaga is dead.
If we think we have enough time, I don't know how fast. I don't even know what's gonna happen, so I don't even know if it's gonna happen fast. I just said I don't know.
I don't know either.
He might have some knowledge into the avatars.
I don't.
Make a wisdom save, Ekanik.
Oh, fuck.
Mm.
Luckily, it's a +3.
For a second, you see Ekanik with her giant black eyes look at Bobby Utaga's dead body. Purple eyes. She looks over at Bobby Utaga's dead body and she licks her lips and then she's like shakes her head.
I lick my beaks.
She's like, want to eat that. And then,
We'll have to find a way to reverse this as soon as possible.
I think I'm hungry.
Or contain it, whatever's easier and safest.
could almost go to the largest heart here. See if those druids know a way. They might be more receptive to us if we have an avatar. Whatever this thing is.
Thank you. She's gonna eat it.
Make wisdom save.
Ah, shit.
They don't look very good, but you're able to eat them and hold them down.
Okay. I gag a little.
Whenever you talk now as Ekanik, randomly, you'll be like, "Hey guys, how's it going? What are you guys gonna get for free today?" It's like a random, deep voice, and then it goes away.
I don't know if I could do that. Oh god.
Say, what can you get me a drink?
Every end of sentence.
Why'd you have to bring Gots into this? Dude?
Do I feel different at all?
Yeah, you feel fine.
Okay.
As of right now.
Shit.
As of day 1, 5 minutes.
Christ. Ekenix gonna die.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do or figure out about before we end tonight's episode?
Can I collect that wallop arrow if it's not destroyed?
Yeah, well, I'll give it to you. Just because that was kind of a weird thing.
Sweet, thanks.
I think I'm good.
This would have turned out, I did not think. But yeah, it's D&D for you.
So,
Fuck.
what are we gonna do to figure this out?
I think we should go back to Baba Yutaga's hut if we can, because there's probably lots of magic there, and a cat who can talk common.
She would definitely have information on what's going.
Yep. I promise I will try not to eat you guys, but if I do, I'm sorry.
I almost think we should go to Catchweed and see if he knows anything, seeing as he knows stuff about the hearts. And he wanted us to kill Baba Yutaga anyways.
Well, right now it doesn't seem like a big serious thing to everyone, I think. It's just could be serious.
Catch me to kill him to free my aunt.
Yeah, we gotta kill him.
Yeah. But we gotta get his reward for killing Baba Yutaga first.
Yep.
Then we kill him
So, Baba Yutaga's
and take
hut,
all the rest of the stuff.
catch weed.
Yeah, can we go outside and see if the hut's outside the cave?
Okay, yeah. So you guys make your way
Yeah.
outside.
Urban door?
As you emerge from the Kikamar tunnels, it's been almost 4 days that you guys have been down there. You step outside, and this is just your quick first glance. You walk out into the to the sun. It's a little past midday.
Sorry.
Looking
I pressed
around, no horses. The Arbendorth aren't there. You don't see the hut.
I resummoned my horse.
Okay.
Can you just go talk to your horse and be like, "Hey, what's up? What happened?"
I don't have that prepared.
God damn.
So you guys walk out. It's been a couple days. I mean, they could just have went somewhere. Maybe they were hungry or they were hiding. But you step outside into the sunlight, and that's where we get into tonight's episode. So next
God
week
damn
we're
it.
in Foundry.
And we leveled up, right?
And you guys are level 7. Yeah. Do you want to roll hit points now?
Well, do you want us to level up now or level up when we're in Foundry?
That's up to you guys. Do you want to do it now or you want to wait till everything's all
I
set?
want to do mine now.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, might as well. Gotta find my book.
I've always wanted to be an artist. Hello.
Oh no, my hit dice.
Hey!
Oh, 11. Nice.
Well, we're legally not allowed to let you die, so
11.
we have to figure this out.
I'm really, really scared. I'm not usually nervous or scared of Ekanik dying, but now I'm really, really scared. That's like Ikanik got to be sacrificed, so sorry. Killer fan base now. Sorry, Amelia.
Phew. Yeah, I was not expecting that to happen. But that's what happens. And that stuff happens. So do you think that was your brother or sister?
I think it might be something similar to what she did to me. So, not actually them. That's what Yusuke's kind of thinking, but he doesn't. He's working with the best that he has.
Well, that was interesting.
So let's see what everybody
not
gets.
Did you not think we would have attacked her?
I thought you might have figured it out first.
Well, that's all Lucan want to do is be like, hey, can we know what we're doing before we do it? Because last time we did that, he got yelled at. Apparently it backfired. I can promise you with all my power in me, I was not intending you to be affected.
Alright.
Oh, I thought you guys might have left. I mean, you guys could do whatever. I just knew that after a day had passed, she was going to absorb what was left. Took it from there.
Oh, it wasn't even an immediate thing. It would have taken some time.
Yeah, the long rest kind of pushed the day forward. She waited for you. So, Silas, you get Ghost Walker from the homebrew. Bonus action, you cause your body to become partially incorporeal until the end of your turn, allowing you to move through creatures or objects as if they were difficult terrain. While using Ghost Walker, you do not provoke attack of opportunity.
Let's see.
Good news, everybody. I can still only cast 2 spells.
You got fourth levels. You got fourth level slot now.
Yeah,
pretty good.
that is nice.
Yusuke gets level 4 spell.
Oh, I get Blight finally. And Charm Monster.
Sylvia gets
Yeah, and
a
bunch of other
46.
stuff
Yeah, you get a lot of good stuff at level 4. 46 sneak and evasion. That's pretty good.
I'm gonna get multi-attack defense.
You get a conclave feature. Multi-attack
I'm
defense?
gonna multi-attack defense.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't mean to roll that. But of course I roll a high number.
So thanks for watching, everybody. That was a pretty crazy ending. But next stream's on Thursday for me, and then these guys I'm sure will be streaming probably tomorrow or Wednesday, so check them out too. We'll see you in the next one. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I just got a message from an artist. Which artist messaged me?
Please draw Ikanik. Please.
I could put the art poll up. Shit, I forgot.
Would you like
He
that
can't even
with
have
or
baby
without the
nurses sucked
tentacles?
into her.
We're gonna get like furry art of Ikanik pregnant with the Ursas. It's gonna be fucking
Oh, no.
so nasty.
No. Do not feed that fan base.
No, this is yes.
You're gonna start to turn like deformed and like crazy and have stuff start to sprout out of your body.
That's
I'm
fun.
really not excited about this.
You're gonna turn
Who
into one of
rolled
those
that?
descenders.
No, Brews did.
The D3?
D5.
The D5.
Yusuke did.
Yuska. I mean,
I know what was going to happen.
it is the most fitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have made the most sense for